there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. Today, I want you guys to know that I'm a little bit of a monster myself. They call me Count Snackula. Ah, ah, you get it. Anyway, welcome back. Today we are trying Monster Energy Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red, and if that was a mouthful for you, imagine what it must be like for me. We have talked a little bit about Monster the company before. We talked about it in our The Beast video. I would recommend you go and watch it if you're interested in watching me try not one, not two, not three, but four different alcoholic beverages based off Monster Energy drinks. It was a good time, and honestly, well, it was a good time. I mean, what do you want? But um, this is our first non-alcoholic Monster drink to have, and also we kind of talked about the history of Monster in the Beast video. And if quick re- quick recap, started as a juice company. Monster Energy drink became the side hustle, then it became the main hustle, and then they sold the juice company parts to Coca-Cola, but Coca-Cola also still owns stock in Monster. It's a mess that has nothing to do with us, outside of somebody's got to own this brand. Uh, for those of you who know me in real life, you know that I'm a sucker for a Monster Energy drink, but specifically the sugar-free ones because again, with the sugar, it's a lot. It's a lot in addition for me. It's a lot with the caffeine and the sugar for me. Um, but I mean, their sugar ones are pretty good too. Don't get me wrong. I especially like the juice ones. But if you're ever curious about which ones are the zero sugar ones, they all have names like ultra, blah 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 blah. Like the ultra is the sign that it's a zero sugar. Um, so if you're ever interested about, or if you're interested in trying this after today, that's what you want to look for. But with that, let's talk a little bit about this can. For those of you who've seen ultra energy drinks before, they usually just very plain, very well, I don't want to say plain. They're very textured, and but the texture is like something symbolic about the flavor of the can. So like the grape one kind of has like some things that you'd associate with grape. There's a green one that's a tropical one. It's kind of got like some textured trees. This one, on the other hand, for Ruby Red, um, has some of this going on. Like it looks very graffiti like or very Invader Zim like, right? For those of you who remember, well, this doesn't look like Invader Zim, but the other side does. Um, so I was curious about like what was going on this can, and it turns out, and according to the back here too, so every Monster Energy drink has like its life story. um, but long story short, let's see. I'm trying to get to the part. Oh, we called on longtime friend Pinky Taylor for a design. OG fans might remember him doing live paintings at monster events as they roll through town. Um, Dug a little further on that because I was like, I've never heard of Pinky Taylor, and and but I was kind of intrigued by this art. So found an interview with this guy, and I will link it into the description of the video below. And long story short, he says this is kind of a symbol of a battle of good versus evil. And apparently, when this launched, there was a whole like AR event where you explored the world. Why is everybody getting the AR? Like, I fine, I guess. I just really want to drink a drink and not have to live a world life experience before I get to it. But so this was his take on it, and apparently this is his very distinctive style. Um, I don't know why things have to go so heavy for an energy drink that's supposed to make me stay more awake, but here we are. Um, with that, let's take. Oh, and I guess any other stuff too. I will kind of want to give you guys a note that there is a lot of caffeine in this. There's a lot of caffeine in all the in Monster Energy drinks. But for reference, a 20-ounce bottle of Coke has 70 milligrams for the full 20 ounces. This has 150 milligrams for 16. So if you've ever wondered why IRL, I'm always awake, it's that. With that, let's see what we've gotten ourselves into. Oh yeah. Okay, so well, I was gonna say unsurprisingly, but for those of you who may not be in the U.S. or just aren't a fan, ruby red is usually what people associate with grapefruit, and that's what I smell in here. It smells like grapefruit. So I'm hoping it'll taste like grapefruit when we're all done. I mean, but let's be fair, Monster Energy drinks don't really um, take on the flavoring of their inspirations completely. But look how pretty this pink is, though. It's like a pink lemonade, and it really matches the can. That's something really cool too that they like to do is kind of match the drink with the flavor with the can. Uh, yes, that definitely smells like grapefruit. With that, bottoms up. Yeah, I like that. It is tart. Like it's making, as we talked about, it's making my mouth flood. Ah, but yeah, it. So a lot with Monster Energy drinks, especially the zero sugar ones, is that there's that artificial sweetness underneath it, and I don't mind that. But in some flavors, it works better than others. Like ones that have distinct, strong flavors, like your oranges, your grapes. There's some where it doesn't quite work as well. Um, okay, like for example, the ultra reds, not the ruby red, the ultra red. It's supposed to be like kind of fruit punchy, and it just feels like nondescript sweet because of the zero sugar. This has a little bit of that tendency. It's good. It's tart. I'm no hater. I would drink it again, which is what you guys are all here for. Um, but it doesn't. It tastes a little bit like grapefruit. Because you get that like tartness of the grapefruit, but other than that, it's kind of covered with the sheen of like just sweet. And I mean, that's fine. And I drink Monster Energy drinks for being awake and experiencing the horrors of the cosmos. But I'm not exactly drinking them for their like close affinity to the fruit that they say they are. Um, but if you're looking for something that tastes a little more juicy, you might want to go with the Monster Juice, which has sugar but does taste more like a lemonade or a mango juice or whatever it is you're looking for. Um, all this to say, it's good. I like it. It's probably not my favorite Monster Energy drink, but it's certainly not my least favorite by far. It's a good middle of the pack, maybe third, upper third tier, lower, higher, lower upper thirds, higher second third. You know, a 6 or 7, right, out of 10. Um, and if you heard that, it sounds like Greta agrees too. With that, next week we are diving back into Coca-Cola. I know we were just there, but I got another one of their creations. We love the creations on the channel, and by love, I mean utterly confused by usually. No, it is not the TikTok exclusive Happy Tears. I tried to get that, but it sold out in less than 10 minutes on the TikTok shop where it was only being sold there only. So instead, I got K Wave, which is supposed to taste like experiencing a K pop concert. I don't know what that's supposed to be like, but we'll find out together. Until next time, drink weird and, I don't know, try to have some epic battles over an energy drink. See you next time.